quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets up. Oh,
Down.
watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Welcome to Morgantown YouTube with Beard and Dom. Tonight it's clear, 74 degrees and a light breeze. The Sooners roll into West Virginia for a showdown that could earn them the Big 12 title and for sure punch their ticket into the playoffs, even though it's probably already there. West Virginia enters 1-5, but they're coming off an energizing win over Nebraska and are looking to shock the system. Expect fireworks, intensity, and a battle that won't be friendly because there's no love lost between these two teams. Buckle up, kickoff is next, and this one's going to erupt. Dom, what do you expect to see in this game?
Well, I mean, it depends on necessarily how you feel about this. If you're the number one team in the land, you're pretty much feeling like you're, for all intents, untouchable. You've been here, you've shown it, you've proved it. Who's gonna stop you? But if you're West Virginia, and specifically if you're CJ Yost and General Tao after last week's performance, you're feeling like, hey, we played spoiler last week. Well, let's go run it back one more time.
Now we get to see Timoteo Del Este, the self-proclaimed prodigy, coming out. As he steps back to throw early, throws underneath, going to find Evan Shawn for 2.
And that's just a nice little confidence throw. You're going to start off nothing flashy, just establish your rhythm, get a good pass out, move on to the next play.
Yeah, Oklahoma going to look to establish themselves very quickly. Now they're going to come out 2 backs, it looks like. They're going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw over the middle. Got a man. He's going to again 10 yards. I'm not sure what that was.
It's almost like he entered ragdoll physics. Body just turned boneless.
Now he's going to come out, trips to the top of your screen. David Michael, 0 yards. With Nevy having 3 wins with that team, Hall isn't AD of the year. I never said anything about Nevy, Carr. Get your facts right. We're going to bring up 2nd 10 on a 0 yard.
You tell them.
I've told him every time I've played him. Empty set now for Timoteo Del Este. He's going to pull the back in the backfield. He's going to read. That's what Este does best. Breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, runs over the next man, gonna get that Tony 10, 3rd and 1.
And just about converts it, running over a man. Man, what a electric run.
Well, I'm sure Eugene will appreciate the vote of confidence from you, Carr. Single back, he hands it off with the dive, gonna go nowhere. Aaron King gonna lose 3, and the mighty Oklahoma comes out and has the punt first down.
And if you are West Virginia, you are ecstatic about that. You stifled one of the most electric offenses in this league on their first drive out at home. You feel some kind of way about that. It's gonna have to come down to whether CJ Yost, if she can get it done and come out here and lead a drive, or is it gonna fall apart and Oklahoma gonna take advantage early on the road?
She's gonna get the start at her own 20. She's gonna come out, trips to the bottom, single back. Gonna pitch it out. Immediately swallowed up by this stingy defense. -2 yards. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that might be the lowest scoring defense in the league.
I believe you are in fact correct.
I'd have to go look. I can't remember. Now they're gonna come out single back. They're gonna hand it off up the middle again. Oklahoma expecting the pass as Keith Samuel's going to pick up 11, make it 3rd and 1.
Over on Twitch, a 9-yard touchdown pass to Alexander Schultz for Florida State to take a 14-3 lead on Clemson with 8:05 left in the second quarter.
I was incorrect. They're not the lowest scoring defense. They're second. As Samuel's going to lose 2 and bring up 4th and 4.
Well, you know, while we were waiting for the punt to come off, since you looked up and found out they were number 2, enlighten us. Who's number 1?
Carr's on it. It's Auburn, but it's only by 7 points. They might as well be the same. Punt's going to go away. Del Este probably going to have good field position. This return could just make it better. as Michaels only picks up 7, but still almost at the 50.
And right now we look like we're in a pretty early, chess battle. Both teams are feeling each other out, and nobody's getting the upper hand. It's just a simple feeling.
Heavy run set. Del Este fakes the run, throws down below on the out route. Could be a short corner. Felton's going to pick up 20 in a first. I say 20 like it's really short.
And that's an over-the-top haymaker right there to start it off. Just absolutely taking advantage of the defense, sailing back, and just getting it out there.
Just a straight corner route. As our sideline reporter now has words from Coach Murph, he says if they're going to be successful, those outside runs are going to have to do something different because there's just too much speed on that Oklahoma defense. They're going to come out in that ace formation. They're going to do the draw, breaks the first tackle, hit pretty close after that as Michael picks up 9, almost the first.
Something about seeing that number 43 and just rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling does something good for the soul.
It's a strange number at halfback, though.
That I fully agree.
Screen. It's almost a fullback back there. Del Este throws underneath, got a man. Evan Shan again, going to pick up 5.
That's it's a good way to move the ball and convert. Oklahoma is rolling early right now. Got to see if they can maintain this and find a way into the end zone.
Trips at the bottom, tight end or wide receiver tight on the formation. They're going to run that way. Got blocking out there. One man to beat. Stiffs arms him, but that slows him down just enough for everybody else to catch up. But Michael's still going to pick up 7.
And not a good look for Asante McDaniel getting stiff armed at the end of that play there.
When you're going up against the caliber running back of Michael, you're just trying to slow him down and let your teammates get there. There's the quick screen. Almost dangerous, but he gets in front of it. That's Leroy Pearson for 11. Bailed his quarterback out as Del Este throws a dangerous pass.
I hate that, but also love that at the same time. That was incredible.
Now you're going to come out tight trips to the bottom. Michael stays in a block. Del Este going to call his own number. Bob, weave, stay on his feet. Can he get in? He does. Stretches it out at the last minute. Made that way harder than it had to be, but he's going to pick up 5 and a touchdown.
Definitely a very over-the-top way to get it done. I agree. Doing it harder than it needed to be, just wanted to make it look clean while you're on the road. But, I mean, you do get it over. You do take the lead going up 7-0 here midway through the first. You're feeling pretty good about that drive.
Yeah, Del Este definitely was looking to do some mental damage there, as he could have just cut left and went in untouched. Now West Virginia's going to bring this one out. That's Tank Golden for 24.
No, gotta say, I do love the aggressiveness just to go out there and just establish dominance, and you want to go out there and hit somebody. But as a quarterback, you can't afford to take them kind of shots.
Del Este's used to taking those kind of shots. Yost is sitting back. She's got plenty of time. Going to end up getting drugged down, though. She's going to lose 1, and it looks like that was John
Bayer.
Not to be confused with John Mayer.
Get out.
Oh, that was good, and I don't care who you are.
That was not, we do not respect John Mayer here. But here's the thing, CJ, she had time. She could have thrown that ball away. She had time in the pocket before the outside collapses in on her. I mean, just stands there and just does not have that timer in her head.
You got Devin Dudley from Djibouti and Lamar Carr from Toledo roaming the outside. Going out there is kind of tough. Is Hamilton Berger going to pick up 7 with his first mustard pass of the night?
Oh, okay. It's not even fun if you just take it away from me. Oh, come, what are we doing here?
Now it's going to be 3rd and 4. West Virginia got plenty of time. Yost is in the pocket. She makes a good throw, finds a man. And got plenty of room blocking on the outside. Ooh. This is going 20, 10, 5. Oh! At the 2. Keith Samuel, 63 yards.
Oh, and credit to Lamar Carr shoving out of bounds to save the day. Wow, you want to talk about an explosive play right there for Keith Samuels? Oh, that is how you get it done. And credit to the downfield blocking.
Carr had to come from the other side of the field, and he asked for nothing deep, and it wasn't anything deep. It was just a broken tackle / run block / everybody was in the right spot at the right time, as now West Virginia looking to tie this up. Yost throws to the back of the end zone, but she can't do anything about it. Throws across her body.
Not the most textbook throw you want to see. Had Jay Pittman just completely naked over the middle and couldn't get anything done.
looking, throws over the middle, wide open. Jay Pittman's going to pick up the 2 this time for the touchdown. Going to make this a tie game.
Doesn't matter how you get it done. It ain't got to be pretty. It's efficient, and it's going to potentially tie up this game. West Virginia has a good answer back as we almost get a blocked kick there. Oklahoma got 3 men in the backfield there. Woo.
No block kicks in the CFSL.
Ah, man, that was just about to happen.
Now we're going to look at Oklahoma coming back to answer this drive. Brings out about the 3. Going to get it to about the 22. So he may have got it at the 2. Zay Hart picks up 20.
And now, if you are Oklahoma, you are not going to be happy to see that West Virginia just put points in your defense. Got to imagine they're going to come out here with attitude as they come out in empty set.
They're gonna try to sling it. Instead, they try to. Del Este calls his own number. He's going to get sacked for 4 as Will Smith is back in black, and he would like Del Este would like to be whatever the Men in Black tase thing is to forget that play.
That would be the neuralizer.
Yeah, he'd like to be neuralized to forget that play.
Hypnotizer, neuralizer. Vivid memories turn to fantasies. Indeed.
Now he's going to come out single back. Fakes the handoff. Del Este rolls out. Going to run now. Going to break the first tackle.
Oh, man.
QB. Oh, ball's on the ground, though.
Oh,
it goes out.
Del Este is so lucky to watch that go out of bounds.
You hate to see that if you're Del Este, although you're glad to see it roll into the white there on the sideline.
Ah, but I mean, just gets completely smacked, though. Believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Caspian Oko out there with the shot.
Not to be confused with Sono. There's the fake. Oh, great block there. As Del Este finds Leroy Peterson for 30. Just had to get rid of that one.
Yeah. Nothing doing there. Just got to live to see another day. You don't hate it. But, hey, I mean, it's not always going to be efficient. But, I mean, wait, what am I talking about? I thought that ball went out of bounds. That's what happens when you look away to go look at your stat sheets. Wow, that's crazy.
Stop looking at your stat sheets.
My bad.
Come out, trips to the top of your screen. Single back. They're going to hand it off. Michael's met immediately for a loss of 3. They're going to give that to number 9, I think.
I believe so. That is correct.
Waiting to see if they were going to give us a stat, but they're not. So we are going to just pretend that they did give it to number 9, and that's Abby Beth for her tackle for a loss. As Del Este calls his own number, 11 yards.
And it was going to be Will Smith actually credited for that. And over on Twitch, we have a 3-yard touchdown run by Davian Augustin for Florida State to go up 21-6 with 2:42 in the first half.
Fakes the handoff. Throws over the middle. Got a man. That's Ace West for 21 yards. First and goal again for Oklahoma as they just march methodically down the field.
Just absolutely floats it over the middle to Ace West. Ace West gets up underneath it, turns up the field with it, and they are knocking on the end zone at this point. They are ready to get this lead back.
I would knock on the door to the end zone, not the whole end zone, but that's just me. Now they're going to take a bunch set. Del Este is going to call his own number and walk it in. This time he does not go find somebody to hit. 4-yard touchdown for Del Este.
Gotta imagine, got an ear about that on the sideline after that last drive. Like, oh, you know, it's cute and everything, but we're not doing that. You've got an open lane, go take advantage of it.
I'm not sure where he's at touchdown wise. I'm trying to see who the leading rusher or the quarterback is for Coulter Thomas still for Penn State.
And how big is that gap? As we have almost a wide open gap down the sideline, as Hunter Dowell is going to escape for 29 yards.
I don't know how many he had this week because I'm not looking at the stats for that game right off the top. But going into this week, it was only a 3-touchdown lead, so could very well be 1 at the moment, but we don't know. I don't know right off the top of my head. Going to get a false start on Bryant, the offensive lineman there. Going to back West Virginia up. And now, if you're West Virginia, you got to stop the little leaks in the damn wall before the whole dam breaks and the flood starts.
Hey, you can't do that.
Can't do what?
Can't get false starts. It's not a good start. It's a bad
Oh,
idea.
I thought you meant you can't make that analogy.
No. I was telling the offense they can't do that.
As they look, he steps back, he throws. Going to throw underneath, almost picked off CJ Yost. She's glad that one hit the turf.
And that was almost all aces for Maverick Sanders. Woo.
I mean, I think you have to say Del Este is probably the favorite for player of the year right now, offensively. Throws under the middle. That one knocked away too.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, it really is kind of hard to think of anybody else for offensive.
I mean,
player
I could
of the
think of
year.
one, but I don't think it's going to be who gets it.
I'm curious.
The stats just aren't there. As Yost is hit as she throws, and that one falls to the turf. She's now 3 for 7.
Okay, so humor me. Who's your soft answer?
My shock answer, I like Thomas Scally, but he's on my team, so that's always going to be a homer pick.
You know, is it bad to say that was initially my first thought when I thought of someone else not named Del Este?
Me too, as David Michaels pulls this one out for 10. The other option is probably Taylor James.
Also a really, really solid answer as well.
Now they're going to come out trips to the top of your screen. Del Este steps back, throws, got a man wide open.
Ooh.
Actually, not wide open, but Evan Chan going to catch that one for 12 and a first. But if West Virginia gets their head around, that's a pick 6.
As it just snuck that behind the back of, I believe that was Elwood Gray there on the coverage.
Now Del Este steps back to throw again. Throws over the middle, got a man. That's Ace West for 18.
And Del Este is just comfortable in the backfield right now, just throwing ropes across the field. Over on Twitch, we have a 15-yard touchdown pass for Rashad Williams as Florida State goes up 28-6 with 13 seconds left in the first half. We have a upset brewing over there, Beard.
Crazy that's an upset game.
Yeah,
Trips
right.
to the top of your screen, hands it off. Michael's going to pull it. Or Michael's not going to pull it. He's going to take it for a 3-yard rush.
He's going to take it and not going to get much, but I mean, forward progress is forward progress.
The argument really becomes the average yards per carry for Scally is better than James. James has about 209 more yards, 208 more yards, somewhere in that ballpark, and one more touchdown. But he's also played one more game, so we need to see how that works. Del Este does a great job not pitching and being confused. You see that triple option play a lot of times. The guy is out there and they think he's there and he pitches it, but he's actually been taken out already. Great call by Del Este. Trips to the top of your screen. He said I took it as fully disrespectful.
Respect. Yeah, right.
Tommy Neville, 14 yards.
Gotta absolutely love that kind of energy.
I'm clipping this and putting it in my journal. Carr said Auburn is better than anybody.
Stop the press.
Carr knows that we love our tit for tat as Del Este's going to take his third 4-yard touchdown run.
Hey, Del Este likes taking off and scampering for touchdowns, so I've heard.
Well, yeah, he's done it all year.
All year, try his whole career.
He has indeed. I'm curious real quick, out of curiosity, is he pretty much goes in untouched. Somebody had a chance to touch him.
Had the thought and opportunity of it, but it sails right on by.
DT says, takes Voodoo's next build off recruiting board, blames Carr.
I mean, sometimes you got to make the decisions, right?
Let's see. Del Este has 33 touchdowns on his career. He's only a junior, so he's still got one more year. 65 passing touchdowns. So, I mean, he's got 98 total. He's done way better this year limiting his interceptions. He went from 12 to 11 to 1.
That really does scream OPOY.
Power formation here. They move the tight end down to that side. They're going to throw across the middle. Somehow Yost threads the needle to Sebastian Grant. 8-yard catch. Great pass by her there. As that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So we end this one. It's 21-7, Oklahoma over West Virginia. Stay tuned. It's the CFXL PX1 Sports on YouTube. This game's not even close to over. As they throw the screen out there. Great blocking out there as Keith Samuels going to pick up 4. When it rains, it pours.
Pours. No kidding.
I'm gonna let Dom give you this one, but just know when the wheels fall off, they have a tendency to all fall off at the same time.
Yeah, I'll get it right after we get this play in for CJ Yost.
CJ Yost gonna step back. She's gonna throw. She looks the blitz down in the face, throws out with stone cold ice in her veins to Berger, 17 yards and a first.
And Chad, Beard's not lying. When the wheels fall off, they fall off at 4 at a time. Clemson fumbles the second half kickoff, and Josh Woods scoops it up and returns it for a touchdown. The Noles now lead 35-6. 8:54 left in the third.
Well, then they took the next kickoff like 60 yards. It's wild. Handoff underneath. Keith Samuels. Only going to get 2.
I mean, it seems like they've got it going over there, and the way that Oklahoma is playing over here, it wouldn't be long before they're going to be up there in that territory.
Now they're looking. They're going to bring the tight end out and make it a 2-by-1 set. Now he's going to pretend to motion, doesn't, gets caught up in it. And they're going to throw to Hamilton Berger for 5 and tackled immediately. Going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Not a big fan of all of that pre-snap movement, and it just felt clunky, and nothing seemed to really catch the attention of the defense.
Is Clemson back to being Clemson? Probably not. I'd say Florida State's
I think Florida State's back to being Florida State, if anything.
Akuma Hunter just fired in there with an absolute mission, and that mission was to hurt somebody's feelings as Samuels gets absolutely obliterated for a 2-yard loss.
You want to talk about a new chest tattoo?
Yeah, that one, he may have the ace of spades on his chest.
Or, Akuma.
That's not going to be out nearly soon enough. Going to roll into the end zone. Going to get them out on their 20. Now they're coming up trips to the top, but they're going to stay in the block. Going to throw to the one wide receiver out there as Bagley. I've been informed I've been saying it wrong my whole life. It's actually Bagley.
Have you been saying it wrong?
That's what I'm told. As they throw out there, that's going to be another first down. Oklahoma's going to take Aaron King for his first catch.
I was like, yeah, first catch of the night for King.
Del Este very efficient, 12 for 12, no touchdowns because they're all on the ground. Going to call the option, and he just sprints up the middle. Going to pick up probably 26.
Just about, and he's already averaging 8 yards a scamper here, and just running that option to perfection.
When in doubt, Del Este out. It works every time. Doesn't matter what you do with it.
I need to workshop that a little bit.
Nah. Del Este pulls it, calls his own number again. Going to pick up about, I was going to say 10, but throws the first guy off and picks up 16.
Thought I was going to get 10, wanted the extra 6, and just got filthy with it. Just having no respect for that defender. I want to say that might have been Elwood Gray getting tossed again.
I think Del Este's only had like 2 bad games in his career.
Wonder who they were against.
One of them was his freshman year. I don't think the other one may have been.
And meanwhile,
they had one bad game against Texas A&M.
Casfinoco's going to get credit for the deflection, getting his big paw up there at the line.
Del Este's first incompletion, by the way. Now he steps back, throws again. Easy pass. Going to get Tommy Neville for 6, bring up 3rd and manageable.
And that is a good way to get the big tight end out there in the open and try to pick up as much as possible, setting up a 3rd and medium.
2-by-1. Screen. Michael's got blockers out front. Going to skirt the edge. Can he stay up? He can't. David Michael, 21 yards. Going to take it to about the 4.5, maybe the 3.5, somewhere in that ballpark.
You know what, Beard? A wise man once said that 60% of the time the screen works every time. And that, in fact, was dialed up to perfection, as Oklahoma is going to take advantage of the defense here and move that ball in a big chunk to set up at the 4.
Now they're going to come out in the heavy formation. They're going to fullback dive as Charles Felton picks up 1. I believe that's a walk-on, isn't it?
No, it's their tight end. It's their backup tight end.
Backup tight end, Charlie Felton.
Hey, I'm sure he goes by Charles to his friend.
Bet this is a halfback or a quarterback draw.
No, it's not.
He's gonna get a touchdown out of it too. Aaron King. Everybody thought that was a quarterback draw. So much so that Aaron King had nobody covering him. This is gonna be a touchdown.
I think I was the only person there that wasn't expecting a quarterback run there. I was expecting a pass, and it just absolutely dials up to perfection. Aaron King crisp on that out release from the backfield and just takes advantage.
No, see, I 100% thought he was just going to run that in. Let's take the lead up to 21 as it's 28-7. West Virginia looking for any kind of answers.
Yeah. Looking and asking, and so far no one is hearing or answering their prayers.
Yeah, Carr attributing Delaware State's newfound glory to the fact that they have a defense now. Apparently they didn't have one before.
And I mean, to be fair, when you think of Oklahoma, your first thought's just about never defense.
And it's just always Del Este. They hand off up the middle. Samuels picks up 2.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I think about their softball program more than I think about their defense.
I meant CFSL.
I was too.
I mean, you know. Yost is going to take the snap. She's going to pitch it outside to Samuels. Samuels going to try to get out there, but as it was pointed out by Murph earlier, this defense is just too fast to try to run out like that.
Now, Alexander Carter is going to get credited for the 3rd tackle of the game.
Now they're going to come out in a single back. Throws, looking deep. Got a man, but there's 3 guys out there too.
And Jim, thank you so much.
Yost is not having having the game she wanted, I'm sure.
Certainly not live, laugh, loving in these environments.
As they're going to force a punt, Oklahoma going to look to extend their lead.
No.
Punches them in the face.
Like right. I thought that was where the solar plexus.
Michael got 21 yards on that return.
It kind of feels like you're witnessing a crime at this point.
I mean, you know. Come out, trip to the top, single to the back. Michael's in the backfield. As Del Este calls his own number, going to break tackle, pick up 2, 2nd and 8. Anytime he runs, you just assume it could be a good one.
And I think that might be the shortest run of the night for Del Este, if I'm not mistaken.
Very well could. Looking, throws. Nope. Pulls his own number. Just going to keep grinding his way up for 20. Going to be up 1st and 10.
I mean, at this point, if it's not broke, you know, why change it? Gash for 20 yards each time. You're going to scamper like your life depends on it.
So Carr brought up these defenses earlier as well as I did. It's interesting. It's 25.2 to 26.3. Auburn's got a better yards per game average, better run yards per game average, better pass yard per game average, and a better first downs allowed per game average. However, they are getting smoked in sacks and takeaways. As Del Este doesn't get any on that one.
And Carr, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think 2 spies for Del Este would work.
I don't think unless that spy is like a monster linebacker with 99 speed, empty. He's gonna pull it and run it up the middle himself. Hit. I think that's a safety up there. He hits him in the mouth. Feel like William Diaz.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it matters who it is. I'm pretty sure Del Este has an on-site principle with anybody on the defense.
Well, Del Este presents a really hard problem for defenses because as they hand this one off to Aaron King, who picks up 10, he's an interesting problem. He's big and he's fast. So the guys that usually can keep up with him 1-to-1 are the corners, but they're not big enough to take him down 1-on-1. They look for the pass. Deleste just gets this one out of his pocket. Deleste presents a major problem because, like I said, corners are fast enough to keep up with him, but not tackling. Linebackers and safeties are big enough to tackle him, but not fast enough to keep up with him most of the time. Take the handoff. Deleste run outside. This time he takes a hit and goes down first shot.
And Brent Dale played no games.
Yeah, Brent Dale said, "Sit down, sir."
And over on Twitch, there's a little life, folks. 7-yard touchdown run by Bojack Merriweather for Clemson. Florida State's still up now, only 35-13 with 4:11 left in the third.
Now they're coming out in their ace set. I don't know that Auburn would be above Oklahoma. They started out below them. As they pass this one out, Aaron King loses 2. They've had very similar schedules too, though.
And I mean, when both teams win big, they win big. But also both teams know can get it done in the clutch. And with Oklahoma being above Auburn to start, yeah, I don't know how I'd see Auburn being number 1.
It'd probably be 1A, 1B. Here comes the walk-on kicker. It's up. That's good. 31-7, 24-point lead now.
Well, and even though Oklahoma still scores, you got to imagine if you're West Virginia, you're celebrating holding them finally to less than a touchdown.
I don't know that you're even celebrating the fact that it wasn't a touchdown. You're just celebrating the fact that you kept Del Este from doing something stupid. Like, Del Este inside the red zone is ridiculous. I wish there was a stat to track that. He's just in the red zone. He's hard to stop because he can beat you every way he wants to. Yost going to come out in the empty now. 2 minutes. They're going to go to their high-powered offense. She's going to throw it over the middle. Great throw and catch there. Jay Pittman picks up 8. West Virginia going to take their first time out.
Not afraid to use their timeouts and try to score before the half runs out.
Now they're going to come out single back. Still looking for that high-powered throw offense.
Ooh.
She threads the needle, but he can't hold on.
And she is trying to move this ball downfield any way she can.
Now she's going to come out heavy set. Tried to fake out the run, throw an out route. I really wasn't sure what happened there. The ball was called about 4 times.
The ball was swag surfing on people's shoulder pads.
Now they're going to be forced to punt. Hall claiming the wind not blowing is the key factor for their kicker being successful. Michael picks up 12.
Hey, I don't care how you have to explain it or what the perks are. If the ball goes in between the sticks, I'm a happy man. It's all about.
Had 99 problems, but the wind ain't one.
Yeah, clearly. And if you're Oklahoma right now, maintaining a lead is not one.
If you're Oklahoma right now, you just got to stay the course. Don't do anything really crazy. Hand the ball to Michael as he picks up 1. They bring up 2nd 9. Now they're going to take a timeout.
And they are also saying we would like to score before half.
Yeah, they want to make this a 31-point lead. Deleste's going to throw deep. Got a man on the outside,
and
wide
they're going
open, and that's just a house call. Leroy Peterson wide open, uncovered. Safety's in the middle of the field. The cornerback is playing press, and Leroy just shoves him off and takes it to the house. I believe it was 67 yards.
And indeed, it was 67 yards. Just wow, prophesized that one, didn't we?
Well, you kind of look at you play this enough, and I know Murph probably saw it before anybody did. You run these sims enough, you see a guy in press coverage and the safety's cheating to the middle, you know it's bad news because 9 times out of 10 they try to hand that off to the safety and the safety can't get there.
And I mean, it just right, on play, bang bang. You have to credit the accuracy of Deleste being able to get that ball to him and making sure that goes for 6.
Yeah, and those are some of the hardest throws because they're so easy. But don't look now. We got to run. Got the outside. 1 man to beat. 10, 5, touchdown. Tate Golden says, I see your 67-yard catch, and I raise you a 94-yard kick return.
I mean, it you ain't dead. You little way out of it. But man, right before the half, I mean, that's a spark right there. If you can capture that energy in a bottle and take it into half with you, come out with that type of intensity, and you could really try to make a run there.
One small problem. There's a minute 20 left on the clock.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're just gonna hope that something happens here, and we're not having to worry. However,
Nate saw it about the exact same time I did. They left him a minute and 20 to get it.
You know what? As an Auburn man, I know exactly how it feels to leave too much time left on the clock for another team.
I mean, you know, probably helps if your quarterback doesn't throw 3 pick sixes. It happens though. Moving on with their lives.
I'm
sore subject.
Well, now I'm curious which game you're talking about.
The championship game. 3-2. Looking, rolls out. They'll stay in trouble. This time they stifle him as he loses 6. They bring up 2nd and 16. Oklahoma not taking a timeout.
I just realized that we were both talking about the national championship game, but we were talking about 2 different national championship games. I was like, wait, what do you... Oh, yeah, that exactly. Traxon, oh, man, no shot.
A minute left. Time's clicking. They're going to throw. Michael's going to break a tackle. No, it ain't Michael's. That's Aaron King going to pick up 8 and get out of bounds. Stop the clock.
And over on Twitch, y'all, it's all Knowles. 87-yard pick six by Hayden Jackson for Florida State to go up 42-13 with a minute 9 left in the third.
Now they're going to hand it off to Michael, 4th and 3. West Virginia trying to try to cut this down to a 17-point lead.
You know what? While we're waiting on this punt, Beard, could you imagine the implications this late into the season if Florida State were to somehow do the unthinkable and mercy Clemson?
That's probably not going to happen.
Oh, no, I mean, we're this far into the season without a single mercy. You're going to play the odds and say it's probably not going to happen, but just humor the thought for a second.
Well, that field goal they just made to make it much harder. Trips to the right. Throws it underneath. Got a person out there, but she just puts a little bit too much on that one.
Just can't seem to get this boat righted.
Yo's going to come out in the ace formation. She steps back. She throws. Finds her halfback out of the backfield. Going to pick up 6. Probably going to hurry to the line to try to make a play. Don't want to waste that last time out just yet. Looking. Plenty of time. Throws deep. Man open. Oh.
Just
out of bounds.
Just outside.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Booth
No
review?
No
That
shot.
That never happens on these. Let's see. Toeing the line.
No.
Out of bounds.
No.
Out of bounds.
That is half your foot out of bounds. What? That's not even worth looking at. No. Not in.
Oh my God! No way!
Huh? What?
I guess he got his toes down. Hill was actually levitating. That's awesome. Not for Oklahoma, but it's awesome for West Virginia. Now they're going to have to hurry. Not burning that timeout just yet.
Sorry, don't mind me. I just had a stroke.
Throws over the middle. Man open. Yost was really hoping Pittman gets in, but they'll settle for the 3.
And I don't like settling for the 3 here. 5 seconds left. You can...
Nah, you got to get the points.
Nope, quick slant route. Come on now. At least
All
take
right.
one shot in.
All right, Cade. You had 5 seconds.
Hey, you leave Kate pad slant alone. That man is not here to defend himself.
Nate Murphy says he is now officially out of NIL money as he spends the last $20 making sure that play goes his way.
I mean, my brain still is not comprehending exactly how that happened.
Yeah, well, yeah, mine either. So we're going to go to the half. West Virginia with a 21 point, or West Virginia with a 20, I guess I could have changed that. West Virginia 21-point deficit. Oklahoma doing what we thought Oklahoma would do. West Virginia needs to get some stuff moving in the right direction. They need to capitalize on some things. West Virginia or Oklahoma just needs to keep doing what they're doing. What's your thoughts on this, Dom? What do you need to see from both teams to finish this one out?
If you're Oklahoma, keep doing exactly what you're doing. They're not stopping you really from much for anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you're West Virginia, it's a little more complex.
Sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say, someone in the chat said last week they won with 5 seconds left. Yeah, it's a whole different game plan when there's only 5 seconds left on the clock completely versus 5 seconds going into the half.
I fully agree. And if you look at these first half stats, I mean, it's everything Oklahoma. Like it's. I mean, if you're rushing for 10 yards and a half, it's really kind of hard to do much for nothing if you can't even maintain moving the ball on the ground. It's a hard hill to climb out of. As a CJOs can't just really afford to have any more turnovers. It's been a tough break. Had some bad throws, a couple plays just not fall your way. You had a couple sparks to at least get some points on the board, but it just seems like not much is working. Got to find some way to attack them from a different angle.
As they bring this one out, still on their feet, Tank Golden going to pick up 27.
It seems like everybody was wanting Tank to run that one back as well.
Looking to make this a 14-point game with this drive. Yost takes the snap. She's looking. She throws it away. There's going to be a flag. What's this one going to be?
Intentional grounding?
What?
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 Huh?
Pass interference on Caleb Allen, the defensive end. That's going to be a first down, West Virginia. Don't look now, but apparently there was a little bit more NIL money. Murph says, look, I found another 20. Ooh, he's Andy.
Okay, yeah, we found the game of the week that just nothing makes any sense. Got it.
What probably happened is the defensive end smoked the halfback coming out of the backfield on the route, and you can't do that. I mean, you technically can because he's behind the line of scrimmage, but the game doesn't know that. They're going to pick up 7. Keith Samuel's going to make it 33.
Oh, card, not him writing checks for $20. That's a bad look.
And they're going to bounce.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yost throws the quick slant. Great play. Pittman picks up 5 on first.
Yeah, big credit to Pittman for holding on to that, getting hit as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Now we come out 2 by 1. Throws it outside. It's a 4-yard catch for KJ Smith, 2nd and 6.
Hey, you're gonna be happy to pick it up, and that's going to be KJ's first catch of the night. It's been a really quiet evening.
Keith Samuel's gonna pick up 2.
Well, you're maintaining forward momentum against this defense right now. You are absolutely happy with this level of effort as compared to the previous drives.
Gonna fake the dive. Yost's gonna throw. She's got a man open. That's Sebastian Grant for 6.
And that is a big way to hold on to that. West Virginia is really feeling themselves right now coming out of halftime.
Fakes handoff, throws. Man open down there.
And I mean, just making it happen. Who is this CJOs? She replaced the first half one and just came out ready to go. No, we're not going to talk about that, Beard.
I'm just curious where it came from. I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, okay. They throw up the middle, up the sideline. Jay Pittman, 28-yard touchdown.
Hey, don't call it a comeback, but West Virginia is absolutely trying here.
I apparently missed a lot.
Yeah, I literally said that like in the previous play. Like as soon as I made the comment, Frosty had typed that up.
So apparently West Virginia feeling themselves, while Coach Murph on the sideline feeling his mind.
Ayo.
And he likes it.
Excuse you?
I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just reporting what comes across the teleprompter.
Sir, CFSL After Dark is Thursday evening. We're a bit early.
I don't get to be here on Thursday, so you're getting what you get. As Oklahoma now down to a 14-point lead. Don't look now, but Uncle Mo may be on the West Virginia sideline.
There has been some rumblings about that.
We're gonna send our sideline reporter, Faustina Crow, down there to check out if Uncle Mo is indeed on the West Virginia sideline.
And we will update y'all when we hear back.
They're coming out in a single back. Fake the handoff. Oh my God. Unless they just never, I don't know how nobody saw it, but the offensive line sold as Brian Payne brought the pain and never even checked up.
I mean, I had that last second gear shift, but I mean, just fired out of a cannon.
Well, you have to be careful though, because Del Este will juke you out if you just try to go in too hard and too fast. This time he just came in nice and smooth and laid the wood.
Hey yo.
There's this pitch.
Like that?
Michael does good. Picks up about probably 6?
Yeah, just about. And over on Twitch, a 31-yard touchdown pass to CJ Jackson for Florida State leads now 49-16 with 5:49 left.
I feel like we're gonna have another update here real soon. Throw down the sideline. Oh, don't look now, but Asante McDaniel deflects that, and Oklahoma looking at 4th and 9.
You know what? They call me Nostradamus, and I like to think that you are correct. Not gonna be the last time I talk about that game here soon.
I'm just waiting for our sideline reporter to get back to us whether or not she found out if Uncle Mo's over there. Do I win a prize?
You get to call a game with me next week.
TJ Yost is going to come out in the 2x2 single back. She's going to hand it off to Key Samuels. Samuels just cutting the middle up. Picks up 9, 2nd and 1.
Well, looks like Clemson's trying to pull a West Virginia and have some fight in it. There's an 11-yard touchdown run by Bojack Merriweather. They only trail Florida State now 49-23 with 3:56 left.
Can confirm they attempted the onside. It was unsuccessful. Yost is going to throw out of the backfield. Look who she finds. Keith Samuels, 7 yards.
That West Virginia is really playing fluid, stellar offense right now. They are not forcing anything. They are just hitting things open in stride. Really efficient so far in this half.
I'm going to have to agree with Hall on this one. The kick return was the shift in the game.
Absolutely.
As she throws underneath, and Hamilton Berger makes a great cut, just leaves the defender speechless.
And you gotta imagine if you're Oklahoma and West Virginia scores another touchdown on this drive, you are suddenly not feeling comfortable. You once had a mighty lead, and suddenly you're going to be looking at a potential comeback.
Yeah, Wesley Wiersma is not prepared for that catch and run. Now they're going to come out in that same bunch formation, that power run formation. They're going to motion the tight end to the right. Quick throw, but it's knocked down at the line of strike. What? I don't even know what.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
Oh,
yep. Welcome, General Tao. Excuse you.
Hey, General Tao? You're drunk. Go home. Yost fakes the halfback or the quarterback dive. She throws outside the Pittman, gets 5 back, going to make it 3rd and 8.
I'm starting to think this game is drunk. Can it go home? What even is this one?
What even is this game? West Virginia coming out 2 by 1. Looking. Looking. Oh, Yost almost gets away, but she's going to get sacked for 9, 4th and 16. We're going to give that one to Chris Lyon. As he has EJ Yost lying on the ground.
You ain't lying.
Oh, no.
Sorry, had to. Gotta get the rule of 3.
That's impressive. Here comes the field goal unit. I'd be lying if I said this wasn't important.
Well, I'd be lying if I said they were going to make it.
Oh, that's on you. That is so on you.
Oh, my
that
God.
Is so on you.
Oh, my God.
Murph will be in the booth momentarily to have a
Yeah. Oh, man. Wow. So.
Oh, man. As Deleste steps back to throw. Throws up top. It looks like it's caught inbounds. They're going to give Evan Shan about a 12-yard catch in first.
Mm-hmm. The less I say, the better I am right now.
Oh, man. That is the worst jinx I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's up there in my top 3 now.
Deleste going to call his own number. He'll run outside. Slides. That's not a Deleste move I've ever seen before. 2nd and 5.
Gotta think in my 3 seasons of calling. Yeah, that one's definitely not going on the highlight. Wow. I
need it to be a highlight. Somebody clip it. Deleste steps back to throw. 2nd and 5, man wide open up at the top. That's Leroy Peterson going to pick up 12.
If anybody ends up clipping that, please get that in my possession. I beg you. And Oklahoma is just moving right now.
Put a voice changer on it so they don't know it's you. Deleste calls his own number. Breaks the first tackle, but West Virginia does a great job making sure the second man gets there. Only gives him 30.
You know what? Being compared to Joe Buck, I'll absolutely take that. That's cool.
I mean, that's a mighty high comparison. Throws underneath, has to come back for it, but plenty of time to get back out there as Leroy Peterson picks up 10 in the first.
And I was literally about to say same thing as Carr. Absolutely zero blocking at all.
Now they're going to come out and empty. Throws to the outside, man wide open. Another 12-yard catch is A. Hart. West Virginia playing too soft to coverage here, and they're just getting picked apart underneath.
Yeah, it's like they're so afraid to have somebody just bomb on them, but they are getting gashed underneath, and it's tragic.
Another underneath throw, steps out of bounds on that one, and that's probably another 10 or 11 yard as Maverick Sanders gets his first catch for 5.
Talk to me, Maverick. It's been a quiet game.
Will Goose just hasn't been needed so far. Deleste throws over the middle, caught again. Leroy Peterson for 12. West Virginia had that one covered better.
You know what, Carr? You're not so far off to say that special teams have dictated this game, kind of, in a sense.
Brandon Carr makes the tackle. Handoff underneath again. Michaels can't get anything going. They pick up 1.
Now, absolutely going to get speared to the next life by Elwood Gray.
Going to come out in that modified diamond. Fake the handoff. Called the pitch. Pitches it anyway.
Oh,
Maverick Sanders just punched that dude in the throat.
Oh, and speaking of getting punched in the throat, it has gone final on Twitch. The Seminoles punched the Clemson Tigers in the throat to the tune of 52-23. What a upset. And it's wild to even have to call that game an upset. But that's just credit to the year that Clemson's had.
Yeah, like I said, when it rains, it pours. It's not what you want to see happen.
No, especially not right at the end of the season when there's seeding implications for the conference.
Now they're going to throw to the outside. Yes, it's in for 6. And there's some No love lost now with this Oklahoma defense and offense as they are trying to hurt people.
And Wesley Wiersma absolutely just deletes.
All I saw was Matt Hardy going, delete.
Ah, yes, Brother Nero.
Forget I'm a wrestling fan. They fake the handoff, or accidentally give it. Keith Samuels going to pick up 2, make it 3rd and 2.
Strangely, don't think that's a conversation we've had much of in our past. And 3rd and 2, it is time to see what CJ Yost can do.
She's got plenty of potential as she hands it off underneath. Keith Samuels going to make another good run, 9 yards.
This defense is absolutely just throwing blows every time.
Going to come out, trips to the top of your screen. Throws. Oh, not on the same page there as the receiver turns the wrong way.
And Thunder Rain is going to get credited in on that one for being in proximity.
Hand off to Keith Samuels, 2 yards.
Just trying to do anything, but now you're faced with a 3rd and long. Not really a lot of plays in the playbook for this one.
Sure there is. Throw it deep. Oh! Carr caught that. What a sliding catch. Somebody clip that.
Just
he picked that up off the ground. Carr, you cheater.
Oh, think so?
They're not gonna. There's gonna be no challenge.
Wow. All right, Carr. Well, Carr did call for a turnover.
He did do that.
And Deleste almost just gave it right back to Oko.
Deste said, "We're not that kind of team. We're not taking that cheap stuff."
Support, I'm with you. This game is drunk.
It's definitely drunk. Deleste gonna throw again. Deleste still trying to give it back as Jay Walker deflects one.
What even is this? Like, seriously, what is going on?
Carr saying he found $20 too. We all know Carr's got more NIL money than that. They're going to push him out of bounds, make it 4th and 6. Going to force a punt.
I mean, it's a rare sight to have to see Oklahoma punt.
Yeah, probably the least punting team of the league. I'll say that. I can look that up too. Not really. You can see what their scoring is. Are they the highest scoring team in the league?
I believe if they're not the highest scoring, they're the 2nd highest scoring.
302, 310. No, they're actually not even close.
Oh, seriously? Wow.
Texas A&M get 317. Texas A&M 317.
Ah.
Well, look now. Samuel's on the run. Samuel clicks out. 18 yards.
Tried to pull a Michael Dyer.
Nate calling Carr out and said that was definitely a $50 bill, not a 20, and that's not fair. They have to at least pay the refs in the same increments.
That's never been established.
I'm just telling you what the chat says. As we head to the 4th, 21-point lead for Oklahoma. I'm sure a lot of people thought that would be a lot more if we'd even made it to the 4th. West Virginia showing grit, and if you want to say anything ever about an AD, I will tell you right now, if you go into a game against Murph and West Virginia expecting a easy game, you will be very disappointed because Murph gets the most out of his rosters, no matter how they're rated, low or high.
Well, absolutely agree. Yeah, couldn't have said it any better than you there, Beard.
Yost going to pick up a 1st on that pass. I can't believe their points for is that much lower. Like they're only at 237 points for points for. Throws over the top. It's going to be incomplete. Just gets it outside.
Live to see another play.
Looking. Yost is going to throw. She's got a man down there, but a little congested. Hard to make that throw.
Hey, you know what, Carr? I fully agree with you as well.
Murphy's in my first name. I almost didn't know he was talking to me. Yost steps back to throw. She's got a lot of pressure on the outside edges. Depends on who they give that sack to, but they both got there almost. They're going to give it to Bear with the bear hug.
Way to bear down.
You know, sometimes Oklahoma defense bears it all.
Okay. Nope. Last time I tried to keep this joke going, it didn't end that well, so I'm gonna stop.
Well, sometimes you just got to bare knuckle box your way through it.
I'm leaving.
6-yard pass to Dowell.
Both your joke and that play had the exact same result.
These puns are very bearable, okay? Leave them alone.
Kenny, I'm blocking your phone number.
Throws it underneath. Oh, that was a go for it. I didn't think that was a... Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were caught in the pun war.
That's why I was making the joke that it was unbearable, because like they completely like choked it.
It's not very punny. Deleste steps back, looking to throw still. Gonna throw underneath and out of bounds.
Everything's working here. I mean, no one's gonna blame you for the rare toss away.
You know, surprisingly, Oklahoma's like 9th or 10th on the list for points scored a game, which is odd, but they're just so efficient.
I mean, efficiency and consistency are absolutely key.
Yeah, you're a poet and didn't know it.
Yeah.
Ace formation. Throws over the middle, got the seam route. That's Michael, going to pick up his first catch of the game, maybe? No, I think he's had a couple underneath.
Yeah, it's his third,
but that one's for 18.
And Murph, I absolutely agree.
Is your red zone percentage that bad? I don't know how to look that up. It's not a track. It's a track stat, but it's not a track stat. Oh, no.
Cool. Kowalski analysis. Corner out. Corner 3. And it is good to Evan Sean for the first.
Oh, yeah. Your red zone point percentage is third to last.
Ooh, not pretty.
Gonna bring up first thing 10 from the 15, 16, 17. Quick counting there. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Gonna throw underneath. Evan Shan to pick up 4.
Just moving any way they want to right now. Not a care in the world, not a worry, just playing on vibes and a good time right now.
Throw up. I don't know what Deleste thought that was going to do.
I think he was trying to throw that at the forehead of the Mountaineer over there.
That's not very nice.
Well, their efficiency is also not nice, but here we are.
This would play into that statement almost perfectly as 4th and 6.
You know, a little birdie once told me that their red zone efficiency is not the greatest, as I'm sure that Oklahoma's going to make this one.
Well, points per red zone attempt. Best in the league is 5.7. Worst in the league is 4.8. Second worst is 4.9, and that does belong to Oklahoma.
Okay, not gonna lie, I was absolutely terrified watching that kick go up in the air. Thank the Lord it went through.
Well, at walk-on kicker, you. As Tank's gonna bring this one out, 22 yards. I think Tank probably has to be will have to be at least on the list for all-purpose player of the week.
Believe he was per our reference of the last Coleman Toll podcast.
There's the throw, deep,
out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. That one's not on. That is not on Yost. She threw a great ball there. Receiver just has to stay in bounds. There's nobody around.
It's just tough breaks out here.
Goes over the middle. See a great throw there. Hunter Dowell picks up 6 while he's got somebody on his back.
Well, Murph, I'm pretty sure we established earlier that you're not afraid to write a bounce check. So just go ahead and write off a $20 check real quick.
Another bounce $20 check. As that one's thrown.
Lamar Carr, almost. Wow.
They're going to go for it, though. 4th and 4, 6 minutes left. This is do or die time for them, they say. And they're going to screen it out. Let's see how this plays.
Hey, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, 60% of the time works 100% of the time. Now they're going to come out in the base formation, that ace. Yosh's going to step back, plenty of time. She throws, looking for the corner route. It's caught by Hunter Dowell for 14 yards.
And you know, to be fair, at least it wasn't the ace of base formation. Could have always been worse.
Oh boy. I always think that if you could just, like I said before, and I've probably said it on every podcast, if you could just run all
corner
routes.
Mm-hmm.
She throws that one underneath. It's going to be called by Hunter Dowell for 7, bring up 2nd and 3.
I will always say, give me a post route next to a corner route, and I'm going to be a happy camper.
Steps back to throw again. Throws underneath. Going to pick up another one. Oh, no, he dropped it. He had it, and he dropped it.
Murph, unfortunately, I saw a sign that said ace of base is no good.
What? Ace of base is great. They blitz. They throw underneath.
Ooh.
Who jumped that? Number 8.
Who do you think? It's going to be Akuma Hunter. Yep.
He was hunting for that pick. Now it's your turn to talk.
Hey, that's not nice, Murph. That's not nice. You know what? I probably deserve that after tonight. That's fair.
Dang. Murph just went straight at you, Dom.
Apparently, he's a undercover ace of base fanatic I wasn't aware of. Like, it's a crazy take for such a mid-band, but I mean, hey, go off, do you.
All right, well, you've already cost him 3 points on a field goal and the momentum in this game, and now you're destroying his fandom.
You know what? It's because I'm not going to get nominated for Broadcaster of the Year, so I'm just going to be petty.
As Del Este throws a absolute strike to the outside to pick up first, as Leroy Peterson picks up another first down.
Not even undercover. Oh, okay. So was really, really serious. Oh, got it.
Looks to throw the handout. Oh, I can't believe that actually got there. Shan picks up 3.
You know what? With everything else tonight, I'm not surprised it worked.
One might say they're coming up aces. There's the fake. Dusty calls his own number. Dusty just runs for a first. Picks up 11. Now they're trying to burn the clock down.
They're burning the clock down. I'm burning myself here in the booth with Murph. And you know what? Everything is just right now. Oklahoma is just living their best life right now.
They hand off to Michael. Michael's going to run it. Pick up about 9.
It still feels really weird to see a running back wear that 43.
While we're talking about burn, Dom sponsored by the Anti-Chlamydia Act of 1989.
I'm so going home.
The throw underneath 3 yards to Ace West.
Like, so I really don't appreciate you referring to my ex-wife like that, but you're not wrong.
Dang, after dark. Looking. Nothing there. They just says, fine, I'll run it. I got blockers. I'll run over guys.
And I mean,
it's 14.
Who's going to stop him?
Well, you know.
I mean, 3 touchdowns, averaging almost 7 yards a scamper. Just, oof.
Now they're going to call man in motion and make a heavy trips formation. They're going to hand it off that way. Michael's looking for a touchdown. Is that be Michael's first touchdown of the year? No way. Yes way.
I was like, I believe, yes.
Aaron King, the backup halfback, has 3 on the year. Michaels has 0.
With almost over double the yards.
That is, whatever.
Touchdown vultures.
They stay fine running the clock out. We should have our Jeopardy music going. There's the Michael handoff. Michael's first touchdown of the year. It's a 4-yard touchdown run.
Well, Carr, you just put it into the existence. Looks like David Michael's getting ready to break out in a rash as he finally punches it across the goal line for the first time this season, getting that touchdown late with the emphatic lead for Oklahoma.
Oklahoma will now be sponsored by Calamine, the lotion to stop all the itch.
Says who? That stuff's never worked.
Michael gets his touchdown and he's not even here.
That's always deflating.
Oh, there he is.
No, there it is.
Now they're going to come out as Michigan State goes on defense. Oklahoma goes on defense. Just kidding. Had to throw that out there. Bill will get it. They throw underneath. That one's dropped.
Not the ugly crying, Bill. Now I'm going to ugly cry.
I know who you are. The official lotion of the conference championship, Calamine. Underneath throw. Hunter Dow picks up 27 in first. West Virginia refusing to bow down.
That's one thing you can give credit to about the Mountaineers. They are not going to go quietly into the night. They will treat each ending of the game like it's their Independence Day, and they will fight until it hits triple zeros.
Well, look, Murph's in here. He can answer this question, but I'm almost certain, there's been a lot of people who said West Virginia has been bad or they haven't been good, but I don't know, has West Virginia ever been mercy ruled? I don't think that's ever happened. AJ Smith picks up 26.
I believe I might have called a West Virginia mercy last season.
Did you say inning of the game? What? Oh, no, yeah. Well, we hadn't seen you lately. Wasn't it? But yeah, but wasn't it way back when? Wasn't it during the steroid era, which we don't even count those stats hardly anymore?
I could have swore I saw one last year. Apparently I'm wrong.
Throws. Field goal is good.
I've got nothing for you.
Okay. Well, our broadcast crew has been working overtime tonight, so it's fine. Handoff up to the top. Going.
And a long way to rush for only one.
Who said inning? Did you say inning?
And not to my knowledge.
I don't think I did either.
You know, just blame me. It's fine.
It might have been me. Throws underneath. Keith Samuels going to pick up 4, bring up 4th and 5.
It's not going away. They're continuing to be a thorn in the side, and they are going for it. Now
they're going to get an offsides or a false start call. They just keep saying, yes, he did. I don't know who he is. Which he? There's 2 he's in here. Unless, you don't identify. Wait.
I identify as a general problem.
I identify as a threat.
I'm a pretty birdie.
Yo steps back. She's got pressure on her face. She's going to get sacked for 6 and get a turnover, but she's doing her best.
Okay, Murph, that sounds
That's a fact.
That sounds more accurate.
See, it sounds accurate. In 2025, we don't assume anything. So it is, Dom. That couldn't have been more perfect. Still, SDA is going to come out with a minute 15 trying to knock this down. Dom trying to find a way out of the booth as quickly as possible. Michael's going to pick up a Tony 10, second inches.
It's okay. I have a therapy session booked after this. I'm gonna be talking about you guys, so thank you.
They won't stop making fun of me. Day hands it off. That looks like Aaron King to the outside.
And that looks like a deletion of Aaron King out there.
Aaron King, meet Elwood Gray.
And that is going to do it.
As the game comes to a close, 55-24, while it is kind of a blowout, 3 scores, I think a lot of people would have probably told you it would have been higher. Those people don't pay attention and don't understand that West Virginia is coached by one of probably the best coaches and ADs in the league. But at the end of the day, Oklahoma continues their undefeated streak. They're going for one more game to be the fourth season in a row with an undefeated team. What do you take away from this, Dom?
I mean, Oklahoma demonstrated tonight why they are currently the number 1 team in the nation, and they are just maintaining momentum as they had a big, essentially easy win on the road. And credit to West Virginia for fighting in this game and staying in through 4 full quarters and absolutely giving it their all, albeit nothing falling their way. They've been giving it their all season and couldn't ask for any more for that program.
Well, that's all for us tonight. Join us tomorrow night at 6:30 for Texas at Nebraska, followed by 8:30 for Tennessee at Georgia. Another big slate of games for YouTube tomorrow. Join us next week to see if Oklahoma can continue their streak and go 8-0. Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters, our associate producer, Austin Crow, my broadcast partner, Dominic Barfield, for tonight's action. And on behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm Beard, and you've been watching the CFSL by PX1 Sports on YouTube.